Good afternoon, twin flame, twin souls, soulmates, fated connections. This is Brainy Twin Gemini for February 8th, 2020. First and foremost, I want to thank you all so much for the love, the likes, the subs, the sense of community on our channel. It really warms my heart, and I love you all so, so much. As many of you know, I'm a messenger, a guide on this journey, and every single day I'm delivered signs of, well, not every day, but well, no, every day. But some days I'm pushed into doing videos, and some days I'm not. And today is Saturday, and I really was like, I'm gonna just do my thing and chill and, do what's good for me. Went to the gym, came home, was laying down because I got up like in insane early hours. It's a hard habit to break. But anyways, I'm laying there and I'm just like meditating and doing whatever. And like the heart chakra is completely opening up today. There's that weirdness in the chest, but nonetheless, I'm laying there. And it's like, you need to get up right now and, do a video. And I said, no, I really don't want to right now. I just want to get some rest. And they said, no, don't argue. Don't argue with me. Get up and get the message said. So I'm like, okay, I'm not arguing. Again, I'm pushed into this. So I went and had an Epsom salt bath. I meditated because I just got back from the gym. And I'm like, and, came down, wrote my journal. And I strictly just flip cards out of entertainment purposes. The cards always resonate with my journal. But again, there's been some crazy, crazy, crazy shit happening in the last 24 hours. And most of the time, nothing phases me anymore. I just kind of take it as it comes. But there's been some crazy energy. There's been some crazy. I get these physical symptoms, and they come in fast, and then they go away. But I think they're symptoms that I'm meant to, like, share or something. I have no idea. And like one of the things that has been happening, I think it's been like the third week or the fourth week now, is at like 2 or 3 in the morning, I get up with this headache on top of my head. And it's only happening on Saturdays. It's the only day of the week it happens. So I'm like, what is going on here? Like, why is this waking me up? And why, I literally have to take Tylenols. But it's not an everyday thing. So I'm like, are people ascending on Saturday mornings and that crown chakra is opening up? Or are people self-medicating on Friday night and I'm feeling the repercussions of their self-medications or too much sugar? I have no idea. But again, I resonated with the crown chakra, and that there's like a huge ascension and a huge awakening going on right now. Many of you are ascending and many of you are awakening. And I'm kind of feeling both. And again, it's like I said, the crown chakra is located at the top of the head, and it governs the pineal gland and the upper brain. When developed, it brings us knowledge, wisdom, understanding, spiritual connection, and bliss. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. I guess I'm going to be getting headaches on Saturday mornings. I have no idea what this is about, but I just have to take it for what it is, and it's obviously a message that I need to deliver. So many of you are ascending, and your crown chakra is opening up, and I believe it happens on Saturday mornings, or I guess I don't know. Another crazy thing that happened yesterday. My ears were very I know this is going to sound strange, but like really itchy, both of them. And like they were insane. And I'm at work and I'm like, it was driving me insane. And then about an hour later, I felt this pressure in my sinus cavity. And all of this pressure was just coming down slowly, 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 slowly. And I'm like, what is it? And then I don't want to, it's kind of gross, but then, all of this stuff came out of my nose. And I swear, like, the chicks at work are like, you're like, something's up with you. But, anyways, I blew it out of my nose and I was like, oh, that felt great. But I'm attributing that to the third eye and the third eye opening up. Like I said, this stuff doesn't happen to me every day. They're just isolated events. And the third eye is located in the center of the forehead, and it governs the pituitary gland, the lower brain, the nervous system, the ears, nose, and eyes. It is how we see both physically and intuitively. When developed, it improves our intuitive abilities and helps us to see clearly, see the big picture. So very, very important. Like, you know, the ears and then this weird sinus thing happening. Again, hearing and seeing and just being aware of your surroundings and trusting your intuition. You know, and that's what the awakening is. It's going through the chakra system. So then, well, I woke up with this morning with this little bit of a headache thing, and there's this like weird feeling in the back of my throat. It's almost like there's a lump there. I have no idea. And it's been there primarily all day, and I'm attributing that to the throat chakra. And the throat chakra is located in the throat area. It governs the thyroid gland, lungs, vocal cords, bronchial apparatus, and metabolism. It is the center of expression, communication, and judgment. When developed, it improves our ability to communicate. So whatever's going on right now, there is some major ascensions going on. These chakras are opening up, and it's absolutely amazing, and I love it so much. So that's kind of the body. I think I might have some other things here, but yeah, it's just like it never ceases to amaze me. But I believe these messages are messages that I need to give to you. So I'm going to go over the number sequencing now. I saw 1111, 111, 222, 444, 555, 1010, and 1313. When I was on the tread, I just looked at it and it was 1313. 1111, it was, what was it? They said at 11 p.m. it would be minus 11. So like I was looking at the Weather Network. It's just crazy how this stuff comes out. So I'm going to go over that. I said that. Okay, I saw the dove. And I was thinking this morning maybe I should get one of those camera cams in the car, because this stuff never ceases to amaze me. Like, why is the dove flying past my car? It wants me to see this dove. It's one dove. And then I'm like, no, I better not, because I think this, like, I'd be testing fate if I was to put a camera in my car, because I really think that these things are meant for my eyes and my eyes only. So I'm like, nah, I'm not going to get a dash cam. And then when I was going to the gym, a hawk was flying over, like hovering over my car. I swore it came from my backyard. Like, it's just crazy, this stuff. And you know, the dove, and and a blue jay. Yeah, a blue jay flew by and landed in the tree when I was journaling. So we'll go over the blue jay. It's, like I've said this so many times, similar to the rat. The species embraces learning new ideas and concepts, mental growth, spiritual growth. The energy centers the head may become activated due to increase of new spiritual knowledge, adaptability, advantage, assertiveness, clarity, communication, curiosity, determination, energy, faithfulness, fortitude, intelligence, rebirth, resurrection, vibrancy. See a pattern here? Last week, same deal. Had this headache, and then I saw the blue jays. Like, believe it or not, I saw a flock of blue jays. Like, like, this stuff just comes and slaps me in the face. I don't look for it, you know, but whoever wants me to know, likely the divine, they're sending these messages for a reason. So, and then the dove is about ascension, communication, devotion, gentleness, grace, holiness, hopefulness, love, maternal, messenger, mothering, peace, promise, prophecy, purification, and sacrifice. And I love it. I love it so much. I think this dove is like my best friend, because I see the dove every day. And the hawk I love too. I just cannot believe the amount of hawks I've seen. Like, they're protecting me. I feel like these hawks are protecting me for some reason. But it's the messenger of spirit, of the spirit world, and it's a strong connection with spirit, increased spiritual awareness. It's clear courage, creativity, experience, guardianship, illumination, leadership, life, memory, messages, observation, opportunity, past lives, power, resolution, eternal love, strength, truth, visionary, wisdom. And I love it. I love it so much. So that was that. I'm actually going to go over a few things because I don't know if this stuff will come out, but I wrote it down because I've been instructed. Everything I do in here. And again, I just do this out of, I think it's more for my own entertainment purposes, to be quite honest, because I can't believe how this stuff works. It's just, it's absolutely a gift. So I went over that. Oh, there's been a lot of anxiety. you know, and this anxiety it stems around confusion and doubt. And there's a lot of confusion and there's a lot of doubt in this journey. But there's been some anxiety in the last 24 hours, and it primarily stems around confusion and doubt. But then, like, I get these mixed things, you know what I mean? Then there's been, where is it now? I know I have it written down. There's been blissfulness and happiness and unconditional love. So there's two things of that are going on. There's certain people that are awakening and they haven't, they're not quite ascending to their higher sense of themselves. And then there's another group of people that are ascending to their higher sense of themselves. And they're in the bliss, harmony, and love and unconditional love state. So a couple of things going on. There's a little bit of fear. And that's primarily because the divine masculine is being cautious, and there's a fear of rejection that's very prevalent in divine masculine energy. And then definitely awakening going on. I can't read my own writing. What does this say? I don't know, it's so small. Oh, and yes, there's toxins coming. So with the awakening, there's toxins coming out of the body, and you're removing toxic elements in your life as well. This may be, I know this stuff seems strange, but they're messages that I need. You may have some massive breakout or something, and that's primarily the toxins coming out of your body. And when you awaken, that's what happens. The toxins, as you rise up through the chakras, the toxins start to come out of your body. You get tired, you get, sleepy, flu-like symptoms, all sorts of things with the awakening. And like there's been breakouts, and that's the toxins coming out of your body. Oh, there's some overburdening. So some of you are overworking and you're overburdening your body, and you're putting a burden on your body right now. And as I always say, it's great to be spiritually and evolve and be, get to the higher sense of yourself and get to that spiritual health. But you always have to keep that temple that surrounds, your soul, that houses your soul, healthy as well. And you need to get some rest, and you need to nourish your temple, and you have to, do what's good. It's nothing if you have a healthy soul and you don't have a healthy body that, houses that soul. And there has definitely been some overburdening, some working way too hard. So take a break, get some rest. And then, crying. There's been some crying going on. Crying is healing. You're not actually crying for each other. You're crying for yourself. You're actually healing. That's what this journey is about. You come in and invoke that, that healing, and you're crying, and you feel it. You may think it is for your twin, but it's actually, it is helping you heal those past wounds, that inner child, and all of the things that you need to heal. So crying, absolutely amazing. I love it. I love it so much. I know it doesn't sound great, but you're healing, and it's amazing. And then the last thing I have here is went over that. Negative manifestation. And this is one of the things that I was like pushed into saying today, and it's a really important message. So I don't know how to say it. So, you sometimes you go, and say, oh, this person gives me a negative vibe, or this negative, negative, right? So the more you say that, the more you manifest the negativity in your life, believe it or not. And negative energy doesn't even compare to a place of love, loving energy. Loving energy is a far more powerful force than negative energy. Always come from a place of love. Unconditional love. And if you feel negative energy, come from a place of love. I was saying this to a group of people yesterday at work. They're on this keto diet, and and all they're doing is obsessing about losing weight. And I said, the more you obsess about your weight and losing weight, the more you're bringing the weight back to you. That's the manifestation. Whatever you manifest, you bring it back. So You know, look at yourself that you're a beautiful being, and don't focus so much on the weight, because the more you focus on it, the more you're going to keep it on. You know, and that's just the same way it is with negative energy. The more you focus on the negative elements in your life, the more you're going to bring that negativity into your life. It's all about love, 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 love. And you know, that's an extremely important message, is not allowing that negativity in. Just come with a loving heart, love unconditionally. And if you love unconditionally, that love comes back. Trust me, it does. You know, just love, love. Don't put conditions on the love. And if, you know, you're around that negative energy, just come with a pure, loving heart. So that's the message that I have. I don't know if there's anything else. Well, there's a ton of stuff in here, but I'm going to do the cards for now, and see if they don't come out. I will always embellish, but they always come out. Oh yeah, I found this today too. This is an important message for some of you. It's in my pocket. And again, there's 2 dimes here I found on the floor again. And just so you know, I put these in a piggy bank that my mother gave to me. So they come out for a reason, and this reason is, you know, for any of you that are out there, you know, that have had loved ones depart to the other side, they're thinking of you today. And that's the message, because I found those 2 dimes. Dimes represent, you know, people from the other side, and that they're thinking of you. So that message, if you know, if you have had loved ones depart, they're thinking of you today. So I'm going to get started, and I'm going to call out to my guardian angels. For 4 cards. What I do 4 because 4 is my birth number. I do what's in the DM's head and heart space kind of right now. If they were going to say anything to the DF, what would they say? And the overall present energy. We live in the now. We don't live in the past. We don't live in the future. And I always say, live in the now. Every day is another blessing. And if you keep focusing on the future and focusing on the past, you're robbing yourself of living in the now. And you'll continue to stay in the past, and you won't move forward. And even if you think of the future all the time, you know, you're robbing yourself of precious time that you have today and now. So I'm going to call out for 4, oops, way too many. Call out for 4 cards. And when I was told to do the message, they call me by my given name. Way too many, which I will not tell you. You'll find out on March the 9th. And nobody calls me by my given name, just so you know. It's usually only my parents. So that's probably them that I was arguing with. Okay, these 4 cards, absolutely pretty much what I was saying. I can't believe the way this stuff falls out. Spying, there's absolutely spying going on, not in a bad way. The spying goes on because of the protection of the connection. And the divine masculine is spying on the divine feminine strictly out of protection for the connection. This is like I'm a poet now. Yeah, you know, and because it's a tough endeavor, and, you know, like what I said, there's doubt and confusion, right? You don't always know, you don't always have 100% clarity, especially if you're in complete physical separation. You don't always have that, you know, that 100% clarity. You have 99.9% clarity, but you don't have the 100%. So they, you know, maybe spying on you on social media, you know, driving by your house, doing whatever, but there is absolutely spying going on. And again, it's strictly out of protection. It's nothing malicious. There's no absolute malicious intent there, none whatsoever. They're protecting their most sacred blessing to them, to their heart, their angel, their princess, their queen. And again, if this resonates, great. If it doesn't, please don't leave comments on the wall saying it doesn't resonate. Kindly send me an email. I gladly welcome your feedback. And, you know, I'm not going to guarantee that I'm going to answer your emails. And I absolutely do not do free readings. Some people have asked, and it's like, I do not have enough time. I work full time, and I do this well, not every day, but I just don't have the time. If I had the time, I'd absolutely do it. And yeah, so, you know, that's not happening. And again, thank you so much for the love. You know, some people have been concerned and have been sending me emails, and thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. I don't get affected by haters, because love is a much more powerful energy than hate. I just love them from my heart. And usually that hating or that disliking or whatever stems from dishonesty. And yeah, it stems from dishonesty, because this is a vulnerable journey. It's a raw, vulnerable. Your heart is opened up, and it's vulnerable. And in a way, you're weak. You're a little bit weak at the knees, so to speak. And there's people out there, there's predators out there that are, you know, taking advantage of the weak and the vulnerable. And they're parasites, and they're taking your money and saying things that you want to hear, not what you should be told. And if that's the dislikes, well, meh is what I say, because I come from a place of love. And thank you so much. I'm totally cool. So I've got the awakening card here, basically what I was just saying. You know, there's a major awakening going on with the divine masculines, and I love it so much. You're awakening. It's the most beautiful thing. Another thing I'm going to say about the awakening is, when you awake and you ascend to the higher sense of yourself, which many of you are on this journey as well, you naturally awaken the people around you. I'm seeing it happen at work. I'm not saying anything to anyone. I'm not. But they're saying things to me, and I'm like, nah, they're awakening. You know, that naturally, when you get to a higher sense of yourself and you start ascending, the people around you start to awaken. That's the unconditional love. You know, that's what I mean. Trust. You know, if you come from a place of love, people will come back with love. And I love it so much. Mask. Absolutely. I'm sorry to say, but a lot of you in this journey were wearing a mask, primarily because when you're together, it's the most sacred time. It's, you know, time stands still, you're best of friends, you have this love, free-flowing love is what I want to call it. You flow to each other naturally. It's a natural connection. And you don't want anything to disrupt that connection. And, you know, there's some things, like, you come together for a reason, and that's to heal, awaken, and ascend. So you're not going to bring out, you know, whatever skeletons you have in your closet when you're having the most blissful time. It's just not going to happen. But, you know, the purpose of the separation is for the twins to go off to heal. And then the masks from themselves come off. And you deal with that. You deal. You know, you just deal. You heal. And, you know, then the mask starts to come off. And then you start to see things with a little bit more clarity. And you're like, yeah, you know, it wasn't the right time. And, you know, there's a lot of things going on. And, I wasn't fully, completely, you know, honest, but I wasn't lying. You know, it wasn't a good time. And you take that mask off as you evolve throughout the journey. And that mask is the healing, the self-worth, the self-love, the awakening, the ascension, you know. And then when you come back to each other, you're your purest form within yourself. And I love it. I love it so much. Spring. I love this card. The reason why I love this card is because it's almost spring here in Canada. The winters are long. I can't stand winter. Two things with spring. Spring is one of the most beautiful seasons of the year here, especially here in Canada. Everything flourishes with abundance. You're flourishing. You're flourishing within. Both of the twins are doing amazing. Like, you just see the awakening card. You're blossoming. You know, you're blossoming within, and you're going to get to a blissful state of being. And I love this. What I also resonate with this card is that this journey, if this is truly your journey, you will be blessed with abundance and flourishment. You know, follow your heart and let that ego die. You know, don't always let the head win. You know, sometimes you just got to follow your heart. And lastly, many of you went into separation last spring. So that's what I have for that. And I'm going to go for the DM could say anything right now to the DF. Again, strictly energy. That's all this is. Depends on where you are in the journey. Generally, if you run, you become divine masculine, but it's runner chaser throughout the journey. And if you're reluctant to let go, you're running from yourself. This is a journey of oneself, believe it or not. And the only fighting you have is within yourself, believe it or not. So I'm going to call out to my guardian angels for 4 cards, please. I cannot. You'll learn to know that this is truly, this is truly a gift. That's why I did my journal in more depth today, because you need to get a flavor for what this is. Oops. One card, please. Oh, music. Communicating through music. 2 songs I think I had here. Oasis, Wonderwall, and Don't Cry by GNR. But do cry. Sorry. Because you're healing. Faith. Again, I said there was a lot of doubt and confusion with many of you. Don't lose the faith in yourself, in the journey, in the connection. Just have faith. And another very important thing, trust your intuition. Trust you. Have faith within you. Nobody can tell you that you're on this journey except for you. Only you can. You know, and I'd be very, very reluctant if, you know, people could tell you that you're on this journey. You know, this is a divine journey. You've been divinely selected to embark one of the toughest endeavors of your lifetime. And I always say it, and I will say it probably every single video, it's not a Cinderella story. It is a journey of oneself, and, you know, you have so many things that are required. And once you get to that higher sense of yourself, you just become a blissful, happy, harmonious soul, you know? So just don't lose the faith. Exactly what I was saying earlier, manifesting. Be careful what you manifest, you know? Don't even put that out into the universe. Oh, I get this negative vibe from this person. Well, what do you think you're doing? If you keep saying you get a negative vibe, then you're going to continue to give that negative vibe back to yourself. Or just be careful what you manifest. Come with a pure heart, unconditional love. It will come back, you know, 1,000 times. You can't love never, you know, love always, always, always. It's the most powerful energy in this world. It supersedes negative energy by 1,000 times. So be careful what you manifest. You know, thought, word, you know, just be careful. And always come with a pure heart. And if you do, your wishes and dreams will come true. Kundalini activation, like this stuff cannot be cheated. I was saying many of the chakras are opening up. More specifically, I was talking throat, third eye, crown, heart. You know, this stuff comes out for a reason. I can't, you know, like, I swear it's for my own entertainment. You know, like, I was just talking about it. I was getting all these symptoms, you know, like, and this card comes out because I think for the chakras, I was getting very severe symptoms for. And the card is coming out. So many of you are going through this ascension, and it's absolutely amazing, and I love it. I love it so much. I cannot believe this card came out. I love this card. I love it so much. You guys kill me about the t-shirts, but anyway, I can't help it. I'm just guided when I'm doing this. Nostalgia. Specifically in the last 24 hours. you, the twins, have been thinking about a lot. You know, the laughter, the love, the intimacy, everything. You're in a blissful state, and you have unconditional love for one another. And many of the twins, many of you are in that blissful state, and you're harmonious, and you have that balance, and it's amazing. And I love it. I love it so much. But there's a lot of nostalgia. And if you, yeah, it's just great. You know, there's no greater love than this love. It's tough love, but it's, it's meant to do, it's meant to open up your heart. And now I'm going to do the overall energy as of now. And I'm going to let's shuffle these. One card, please. I can't. Two. Sorry. One more card, please. Thank you. I was just going to say, you were telling me to get up and do this. Don't play with me now with the cards. All right. I love it. I love it so much. Third party. Part of the awakening is looking at third-party situations that no longer serve you. I was feeling like so wild today when I woke up. And when I went out for a coffee, I noticed it was almost a full moon. And then, like, I don't pay attention to this shit. And then I looked at it and I was like, oh, there's a full moon tonight. That's why I'm feeling so crazy. But this full moon is what I'm predicting anyway, because like I said, I don't read any of this stuff. It's a fire signs, I believe, that are going to get affected by this full moon more so. And I believe it's in Leo, and it's about like getting rid of the toxins, clearing, loving you, getting to that higher sense of yourself, and whatever you need to remove in your life, it's going to come to you. And that's that third eye, right? Seeing, hearing, believing, whatever. All of these truths are going to come to you. They come to you when they're meant to come. But this full moon is going to give you the clarity. And you're going to be able to get all of the clarity and clear those toxins out. And some of you have already, started to do it. And I love it. I love it so much. Third party, always, for me, is family and friends. It could be work too. Like I have that overburdening. You could be overburdening yourself and overworking. That could be third party. Addiction could be third party. There's so many things that go with this third party. I never resonated with karmic partner ever. Never, never, never. Mirroring, exactly. Two things about mirroring. Many of the twins have very, very, very similar lives. And that is primarily because you're tainted. You're tainted as children. Children are vulnerable. And, things come to you when you're a child because you're vulnerable. And you come into each other to, you're almost like a mirror of each other. Not specifically everything's the same, but a lot of it is. You have maybe lack the confidence, self-worth, self-love. Your heart's been broken, like very, very, very similar stories. So it's almost like you're looking at each other in the mirror of a reflection of yourself. And also, too, mirroring back emotion. And like I said, there's some anxiety going on. There's some confusion. There's some doubt. Be careful. Be careful what you mirror back and forth. Always, always, always try to get to unconditional love. There's videos, meditation videos. I've got one. Listen to it. You'll get there. And there's a lot of mirroring of unconditional love, bliss, and harmony. And I love it. I love it so much. Go within. Just go within. Go down deep. Go within yourself. Figure it out. That's what this journey is about. You have to go within. And what is it? What is that third party? What is this? But hopefully tonight, you know, the full moon will give you the clarity that you need. And that third eye's opening. The eye, you know, like the seeing, the hearing. Pay attention. And, you know, just go deep within. I love it. I love it so much. And I love this card. I love it so much. Divine Masculine. For some of you that need that clarity, if you're truly on this journey, this is your Divine Masculine. And I love it. I love it so much. And, you know, the Divine Masculine is doing amazing. So are you, Divine Feminines. You're all doing amazing. You know, all of you come from a place of love. I can see that on the channel. You know, you're so amazing. Keep supporting each other. Keep loving each other. Love, love, love. Love is in the house. Okay, so I'm going to give you 4 messages from the Divine Masculine. Just different kind of message. Yeah. For some of you, yes. It's so crazy how this is diverse. Because I've been getting a lot of mixed energies. Okay, so I'm a effing mess. I don't like to swear. That's for the Divine Masculines that are going through the awakening. They don't get it. Like I said, there's doubt, there's confusion. The awakening is a very, very confusing process because many of you, if you're truly on this journey, you don't have a choice. You're forced into this. There's no fighting it. The Divine comes in and says, enough is enough. You need to wake up now. And it's confusing. And, you know, it's, for some, it's terrifying. And they're an effing mess, you know? I feel like I'm obsessing over you. These kind of go hand in hand. And two, you know, some spying to a certain degree. But it's... When you endeavor this journey, you do obsess. Both twins obsess over each other. And that is one of the most difficult things you have to overcome, is that obsession. It's natural. You have this love that you don't understand. Profound, raw, vulnerable love. And you don't understand it. And you have to let it go, that obsession, because it's codependency. And it's codependency within you. This is a journey of oneself. So if you can't let go of that obsession, then likely you will never endeavor forward and move forward in the journey, because the obsession is within you and you have to let it go. Live your life, you know, live your life. Let it go. We are strongly connected in the 5D. Again, that's for the twins that are in like complete, almost full ascension. And just so you know, you don't just wake up one day and say, I've completely ascended. Woohoo! It's an evolving process. You ascend every single day. You evolve every day. It's not just, okay, I'm done now. No, it's lifelong, believe it or not, you know, because you have to always be in that state of unconditional love. And there are many twins out there that are very, very strongly connected in the 5D, and you connect in the 5D when you get to the unconditional love. That's telepathic, dreams, all sorts of things. You could even be in each other's dream, the same dream. Crazy, I know. And this is for many of the Divine Masculines and Feminines that are awakening right now. You don't know what's going on. If this is truly your journey, it is perplexing. And perplexing is almost like, you know, doesn't even do the word, does the journey justice, you know? It is very, very perplexing. You don't know what it is. You just become, I don't know what it is, hungry for knowledge, I guess, because you want answers, because you're vulnerable. This is love. It's the greatest love two people can share. It's an eternal love and a bond that can never be broken. But some of you are absolutely doing research right now. That's how it starts. I love it. I love it so much. So I'm going to do animal spirit. Divine Feminine's always first. These cards are hard to work with. If one falls out, I'll take it. If one falls this way, I'll take it. One miraculously fell out. I love the buffalo. I'm going to call out for guardian angels for divine masculine. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm not going over to get those because nobody's seen me on camera. They fell over there for a reason. Sorry. I have to look at everything as a sign. Calling out for animal spirit, please. Oh, oh, I've never seen this one before. Love it. Elephants. Okay, so for divine feminine, we have, I love this card, I love it so much. It says, the abundant universe will provide. I love it. Resonates with that spring card, flourishment, abundance. Buffalo Spirit. Buffalo Spirit comes to you now to remind you of the amazing manifesting power of gratitude and the extraordinary potential available when you adopt a mindset of abundance. The ancient people of the Americas saw the buffalo as a symbol of abundance because the herds roamed far and wide and provided many gifts, the meat, the hide, the bones. The tribes who hunted the buffalo used every bit of them, wasting nothing, appreciative of the abundance. So too do you have many gifts available to you. Buffalo Spirit appears to let you know that you are in a powerful time to manifest your desires, not by forcing or pushing, but rather by following a natural path that rises up before you, trusting that there is always plenty to go around, whether it be love, money, inspiration, or support. It's all there for you to claim. When you are grateful, you immediately align yourself with the truth that the world is rich and teeming with resources. There is always more than enough, and you are always enough. At this time, you can expect all your intentions and needs to come into form that is right for you. Your heartfelt gratitude is making you a magnet for miracles. Buffalo Spirit message is to remind you to co-create your reality in partnership with Spirit, to offer up thanks and your prayers even before you see conditions you desire, not just for yourself, but for others too. Then you will quickly see the results in tangible ways. Gratitude has a magic to grow good, so offer thanks and praise as you acknowledge all that you have and all that is possible. Exactly what I was saying. Manifest love and gratitude, and the magic will appear. Like this stuff, I cannot believe how this stuff just falls out. It's just crazy. And then we have Elephant Spirit, learn from the past. That's what I always say. The past is meant to teach us lessons, but it stays there. Or you stay there. 25, if that means anything to you. 2 plus 5 is 7. Ugh, sorry. Elephant Spirit, learn from the past. Although we often wish we could leave the past behind, Elephant Spirit reminds us that memory matters. We must respect the wisdom of the elders who hand down to us traditions they have shaped to express our connection to each other and to respect for our community and respect our community. What has come before informs us what we are experiencing today, and we must not forget our legacy of strength and dignity. Elephant Spirit appears with a message that we are to acknowledge that which came before and learn from it. All of us are memory-based creatures, and we must revisit the past to understand where we are going. The stories and events you experience, the stories of our collective memory, and the stories of relationships you have had can be told many ways. What story will you tell? Elephant Spirit is here to encourage you to make it one that stirs in you a sense of power and dignity, for you have honored yourself by choosing to learn from your past. Spirit rejoices at your willingness to learn and grow. And I love it. I love it so much. And the reason I love this card is exactly that. Karmic past, learning lessons, and not perpetuating the same cycles. And I love it so much. And lastly, going to do these beautiful, beautiful, beautiful messages. I'm going to call it to my guardian angels. For one card, please. Thank you very much. And here's the front. Here's the back. Love is the expression of God, Goddess, flowing through you. Love is a sacred union, a creative power, which through the merging of two souls becomes an exploration of the divine. I love it. I love it so much. That's one thing I forgot to mention. You are one. If you are truly on this journey, you are one. You share the same soul, the heart, everything, and I love it. I love it so much. And again, thank you so much for the love, the likes, the subs, everything. It really does warm my heart, and I love you all so, so much. Have a great day, folks.